from the people who were scared of the only game that released in a more buggy state than Heist League. We now get way too much shit. Remember when Chris Wilson made a relatable post on the subreddit to tell us this expansion will have a narrower focus and possibly less content? Turns out we got bamboozled yet again, because in Echoes of the Atlas we will get 11 new maps with graphics and boss fights that look like they were made this century. New skills and supports that are creative in their design. Buffing of over 40 existing gems so we can get baited into trying bad builds once again. Several new ways of acquiring alchemy shards. Atlas region passive trees, because if Path of Exile does one thing well, it is passive trees. Actual crafting returns to the game, but with less cable management. Purple ignites. Changes to all 19 Ascendancy classes, including ones you forgot even existed, ones GGG forgot even existed, ones that use a weapon type, which everyone forgot existed, and Enki's Archwitch. If you are someone relying on pre-made build guides to make characters, well, good fucking luck. And if you are a creator of such build guides, well, I mean, the Deadeye has as many Ascendancy nodes as it fires bouncing arrows. Oh, and did you ever want to fight 10 juiced up map bosses on a golden frisbee? Well, me neither, but apparently Chris Wilson and this crazy bitch called the Maven think that is a fantastic idea. And to get those juicy Atlas passive points, that is what you have to do. I am sure the visual clarity and hardcore viability for this encounter will be off the charts. And we of course get to fight the Elder's abusive ex-girlfriend herself too, for even more rewards, such as her own crafting orb that allows you to craft primal ancient influence items, but that thing will cost so much currency you will never use it yourself anyway. And of course craftable watchstones. So if you thought watchstone progression during Conquerors of the Atlas was an unintuitive and convoluted endgame system, I got some bad news for you. Grinding gear games always know exactly what their player base wants. More micromanagement during endgame and even more watchstones to hunt. But don't worry, Chris said they are going to be rare, which means you won't see a single one drop ever. And if you found that to be a lot of information to take in, I haven't even talked about the new League mechanic yet. Less content and a more narrowly focused expansion? My ass. Ritual League is either Domination League's older brother or the Breach League Season 4 finale. You activate shrines to trigger a fight, where revived enemies within the ritual circle, as well as the shrine itself, will try to kill you. Shrines can be activated multiple times to trigger more fights and buffer the rewards, which you then choose based on looking up prices over at Path of Exile Trade. Among the rewards will be all sorts of random crap, including League-specific unique items and new base types. There also are Pokeballs you can use to capture enemies in rituals, and use them to juice up future rituals, like procrastinating difficult fights to a later time, just like in real life. And if you cannot currently afford the reward you want, you can also procrastinate picking it up, and the item will show up at a later time for a lower price. You can even procrastinate buying items several times, but eventually you really want to get the item now, just like in real life. So be ready to have no fucking clue on what build to choose. Be completely lost on how to progress your Atlas, and get overwhelmed by more juiced up endgame systems than we ever had before in Path of Exile Echoes of the Atlas. Coming to map devices near you on January 15th. I am Yoji's horrible trailer announcer voice, and I will see you soon. Oh, and you should really subscribe for more Path of Exile content, and consider supporting these silly memes, but only if you're able to, like these awesome people do.